Hello and welcome. This is Wilrens for Create a Learning Site, the place to go deeper in your understanding of the Bible. So, metacognition. Meta what? Yes, I will explain. Let's start with cognition. It is used for the mental act or process of knowing something, but also for the process of acquiring knowledge. As such, it is foundational in learning. Don't take my word for it. Here's a dictionary definition leading straight into the word we are after. Cognition, the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. And then an example sentence. By metacognition, I mean knowledge about cognition itself and control of one's own cognitive processes. The prefix meta can be used, as it is here, to indicate that the concept is concerned with itself. Metacommunication, for example, is communication or thinking about communication. Likewise, metacognition means thinking about the process of acquiring knowledge and understanding or learning. It's knowing about knowing, cognition about cognition. Now, I admit that all sounds terribly theoretical. However, it comes with great practical benefits. To the extent that we succeed in metacognition, we take responsibility for our own process of learning. It's hard to think of a more useful skill. Many years ago, when I was leading the School of Biblical Studies in Germany, we put together a manual for our graduates with tools and ideas for passing on what they had learned during the 9 months of the course. We called it From Student to Teacher. Now, while I was working on this issue, for the first time in many years, I had a look at this document. I came across a happy phrase: be your own student. Now, I know it's terrible to quote yourself, but it's still a great idea. And it's at the heart of Create a Learning Site. It's why I do these monthly inputs. They document my own process of learning, and doing this forces me to think about what I am learning and what I want to learn. I make myself my own student and teacher. In other words, I force myself to practice metacognition. And I think it's useful to be able to express that in a single word. By the way, by allowing our students to take control of their own learning, that is, by training them to practice metacognition, thinking about their process of acquiring knowledge, learning, we also become more effective teachers. So how is it done? I'm going to list some elements that make up the practice of metacognition. But first, full disclosure, this overview that will follow is derived from this book, How People Learn, published by the National Academies of Sciences. And I've summarized the relevant section with the help of ChatGPT, but then rephrased the results in my own words. So here we go. We set and define our own learning goals. To the extent that it applies, we plan and manage our time. We monitor, this is very important, we monitor our progress and understanding. Are we getting it? Are we getting there? As the book puts it, metacognition often takes the form of an internal conversation. Are we having that conversation with ourselves about what we are learning? One way to do this is stop regularly and take a moment to summarize what we've learned or read in our own words. When we pick up again after a longer break, we should do at least a quick review of what we did last time. If necessary, we seek additional information. What is missing? Why do we not understand? And then we also assess whether information we are acquiring is consistent with what we already know, We certainly don't ignore tension or what is sometimes called cognitive dissonance when an idea doesn't sit well with us. But we explore because it indicates that there may well be something important to learn about the subject. Some of this is part of a teaching technique called reciprocal teaching. It's practiced in small reading and discussion groups to train children to read with comprehension. So, well, it's kind of what we do in Bible courses for mostly young adults, to read with comprehension. The method consists of 4 activities: summarize, question, clarify, and predict. The students take turns and so effectively become teachers to their group mates. Now, if you want a taste of this, you can go to the website wilrens.org to the text issue about metacognition. There's a link in there that takes you to a website with some information and a short demo video of the method. See if it triggers any ideas for your own learning or teaching. I would like to finish with a great question to ask. In the early days of Microsoft Windows and the internet, the company came out with a slogan for its product, as shown here: "Where do you want to go today?" It inspires my closing question for this month. It's a question worth asking, especially at the beginning of a new year. What do you want to learn today? What do you want to learn this year? Think about it.
The show will be starting in just a few moments. Thank you for your patience. The show will be starting in just a few moments. Thank you for your patience.